Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to Lejla Kristal stream. This is about astrology, about zodiac signs, very popular topic, but also I will say a lot of disinformations. I have heard people talking, although people who really love astrology, they know what they're doing, they know what they do follow into analyze. So today we're doing an Aries. So whoever's an Aries, drop down in comments, say hello, and write down why you love being Aries. Okay, Aries. So Aries is the first zodiac sign in natal chart, and is also the first who starts the circle of zodiac. All right, so every Aries is born between 19th of March to 21st April. Now, sometimes there's a little bit of, some people are born in between the dates. So sometimes it can be a little bit shifted. Sometimes some years can start on the 22nd or 22nd, on the 20th, and then finishes on 22nd. For example, there are different type of videos about that if you are born in between, right? Because sometimes you can be born basically on that sign, but on the other year is another sign. So that's another topic, and I say this for experience because I do have one of my family members born exactly in between, so it's very interesting. Okay, so everybody who doesn't know about me, I'm Lejla Kristal. I do this for 20 years, and this is a series of astrology, series about horoscopes, although I have many other things I love to talk about. So thank you very much. If you like this kind of topic, please hit subscribe, follow, and so forward. Now, we are definitely live on multiple platforms, but you should find me on lejlakristal.com for type of readings or natal charts or other things. You can always find me on that. Now, let me talk a little bit about Aries. Aries are beautiful zodiac sign. Very powerful. The first, very charismatic, very intense. And now we're gonna talk through the video about many things that are involved or Aries. And I have actually quite a few Aries in my family, so I do talk also from experience part. So Aries are beautiful creatures, female and male, and they have many qualities. I will say that they are very much fiery, and very much they do have a lot of passion inside, and they do show it. So when they do love, they love very passionately. When they let's call it this way, when do they dislike, they also dislike very passionately. So they are passionate people, absolutely. Now for other details, absolutely there is this a lot of details to go on, but who are the signs who are most compatible with Aries? I'll give you a little bit so you think. Write me a comment. Okay. So absolutely beautiful. Aries are very much kind, but they're not. They are really a strong opponent to go for. Okay, they're not an easy task. Why it's not working here? Okay, anyway, Hello, Marianne. How are you? Hi, how are you? Did we talk before? How can I help today? You're okay. Tell me, what worries you today? How can I help? Okay, the guy. He's Scorpio. Okay, do you have birthdays? Marianne, let me shuffle cards for you. Tell me about what would you like to know? Okay. Do you have like an age, birthday, just to connect? Let's see. So I'm opening 3 cards for him, 2 cards for you. So we have clear quartz purification. Then we have Carcoxenite new beginnings. Then we have Rosen cards inner child. These 3 are for you, now for him. Sunstone empowerment. Rhodochrosite acceptance. And we have Malachite healing. He's October, I don't know. Okay, 23. Good, thank you very much. So he's around Libra time. Aquarius communication. These cards are very powerful there. You have a lot of reddish stones. It means that and the green one. It means that the passion is great, but communication here is on the low. Okay. Oh, so you're Aries. Good. So listen, about him, I will say that you two have so much underneath that you haven't opened, like this Pandora box between each other, that needs to be opened up. And when this opens, it's going to be like an explosion. I sense that you two are connected, but the communication is blocking everything right now to kind of flourish, to blossom. Okay. Yeah, I said, I will tell you why. He is right now in dilemma. He doesn't know if he wants to open heart for you or not. And it's also, I think he's lingering on the past a little bit, that energy. So I sense that he's in this sensitive moment in life. Okay? He's not so much, he's not right now open. Dear, yes, he's not. But listen, what it is here, this is for him, I sense that it's a big face. And when he kind of figure out, is it too loud? Do you hear me now? Sorry about that. So when he figures it out, and he will, it's kind of like he's somewhere in between. Sorry, I think the music was too loud. Yeah. So absolutely, he will open his heart. Look, you have the biggest stone of love. So there's a huge potential here. And he has this card healing, which means he's in the process. I will say he has someone, in a sense, he didn't kind of process the past love. So I don't sense him being in relationship, but I do sense he's a little bit trying to heal from the past, I will say. So it occupies him sometimes, yeah, because he's not sure, he's not ready, because he feels that there are a lot of emotions here present inside, and he knows that he's not ready yet to open up to you. Okay, it's his thing. It's not, you're not here to blame in any way. He just doesn't feel ready, okay? He's very attracted to you. He has this card. You make him feel like a true man. You know, he feels very drawn to you. These are all very, very strong love stones. Actually, you have 4 purplish reddish stones, which is big passion, very big passion. Not everybody, not every couple has it. So absolutely, you have a lot here going on with him. He is very, very closed off, right? But he's not a bad person, okay? So if you give him the chance and give him the patience and understand him right now, I will say it's not going to be too long. In the following year, I see much bigger improvement in him and you and all. Well, I will say that you should absolutely not send reels without any specific response, okay? So you should pull withdraw right now, because then this will make him, give him a message that he actually needs to put more into it, okay? So I will say that you should kind of stop right now. I think that would be a good idea until he kind of like shows some interest, you know, more than just being on the scene, you know. You do deserve a response, so you should definitely not give him the, you know, give him as much energy as he gives him back to you, okay? So you know, you should slow it down, but that doesn't mean that you don't talk to him, right? I understand. That's fine, dear. Sometimes some periods needs to be like more in the silence so that things activate. He will definitely start missing you if there's like no sign from you, and this will activate him to be more in action, okay? I sense that this is actually kind of like fall, but then goes up. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, absolutely. All right, dear, add me to favorites. If you like the reading, please leave a positive feedback on here on Lejla Kristal Bio. And let's talk really soon, okay? Let's follow up when he responds, dear. Okay, thank you very much. I wish you a good day. Super lovely person. See? Okay, so ARIES. All right. So here and there, we're gonna jump into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, so let me go further. So about ARIES, all right, write everybody in the comments, either your ARIES female, ARIES male, below in the comments, how do you feel being ARIES, and how do you feel that this December is affecting you. Now also, what is the difference between female and male ARIES? Now, as you know, the ruling planet of ARIES is Mars. Mars is this beautiful reddish neighboring planet that affects a lot. And Mars is also a very fiery god of war in ancient Greece. So absolutely, the symbol of The animal of Aries is of course a ram. And, you know, as you know, the element of Aries is fire. So Aries are connected well with fire, other fire elements. Now, who is the tarot card that is connected with Aries? Do you know? Who knows? I'll give you a little bit to think about. Whoever knows Aries, what is in tarot, let me know below. I will tell you later on. Yeah, so what is Aries like? Aries are, I will say, they are very dominant. They're very, also, when they love to the moon and back. They're very protective. They're very intense. They're very loving. And they also are very protective, family orientated. But they do have a tendency to be, because they do have an impulse energy in them and they're fiery, they can get attracted to other people often. Of course, you know, people who are not just any type of people, you know, sometimes when you feel like that people are, that some signs are, you know, promiscuous, this and that. I will not say that Aries is promiscuous, but they do have very sexual, passionate energy about them. So they do have this, I will say, Aries women are femme fatale for me. And Aries men are very, I will say, like alpha male. Absolutely. And they do care about their loved ones. They care about them. They care about their youngings. And they're good partners. Now, they in a horoscope, the house is in the first, first house. They are cardinal sign and element is fire. Their favorite energy or the color that suits him best is red. Okay, they do have a lot of that. Now, the ones who didn't know, the tarot card that is connected with Aries is the Emperor. So there is like a very dominant, high position energy. So career-wise, I will say that the Aries are very, they can get really high, on the ladder of social. They can be doctors, presidents, leaders, managers. They're good at that. They do have this organization skills, particularly when they're in male energy. Now, for female Aries, I will say they're very particular in a sense of friendships. I do sense that they have a specific taste. They get easily annoyed by some people. I would say that's part of their energy of impulse. And they do have this very strong passion when it comes to, I will say when they do have hobbies. Now, they don't like people who are liars. They don't like people who betray them. And they're very, very, I will say, they need somebody who can, not make their flame a burning fire, a wildfire. They need someone who make their fire in temperance, okay? But also they don't like people who kind of push them down, who take their energy, they avoid people like that. Absolutely. Just a second. So, who are the signs they go good with? They go good with Leo and Sagittarius. These are fiery signs. Now, let me just remind you that astrology is such a rich rich knowledge, rich spiritual knowledge. And absolutely, when it comes to compatibility, you always need to be aware that it's important where are the other planets. It's not enough just to be Aries and then you go along with Leo or Sagittarius. There are other things that need to be considered. Specifically, Aries in other houses and other planets always bring such an intense energy. So particularly Mars in Aries, that is some wild thing, if you have that in your chart. But that is also for another topic. I will say the more in a natal chart domain. Now, I will say that compatibility, as you know, it's good with fire signs, and I will also add to that earthly signs, okay, and watery signs. But the least good compatibility is with air signs. Now, for example, you can be an earth sign, for example, Capricorn and Aries, which in general they shouldn't get really good along. But if you have this, what you have in your ascendant, what you have in your moon, then if you have like similar elements that are, for example, the same element, like they're watery or earthly, you can get really good along, right? And you can kind of balance that out. Aries are usually, I will say, I think a lot of Aries are connected with fame and fortune, but also because there's such a breakthrough energy. I think there are, most importantly, when I look at the Aries, there are trend-setting people. They write trends, a lot of them. I sense that they have like particular taste in fashion. They do tend to look particular. They have their own style, that they can pull up the fashion things that only they can pull it off. Like, for example, I saw many female Aries that they just they put something on that other people cannot pull off. Now, regarding relationship, let's go on the Aries females. Now, beautiful sheeps, let's call them this way. The girls of the Aries family are very good mothers, but they do have this high standard that they do tend to want a respect. They're not such females that would tolerate too much, from partners. Mistakes. They do have an element of forgiveness. They do have that in them, but of course not by all means, right? I will say they can have impatience. So sometimes that could lead towards, breakups, divorce. This can happen. But nevertheless, even if it happens, you should not feel sad about it. The Aries, they always kind of find, to get up fast. I will say that they are quite material people. They do have this, I will say, not a greedy side, but they are attracted to fame and fortune. Now for Aries, the guys, they can have this swag, they can have this they can have a energy to be very, I will say, attractive, even though they don't need to be perfect beautiful on the outside. But when we go to that, who is perfect visually or in other ways? Nobody is, actually. So I will say what I sensed, the really intense connection. So let me go into compatibility part. So when I go with Aries and Leos, this can be kind of a power struggle at times. In a sense, because the Leo can be very maybe sometimes too much of a similar aspects of character can come. So I will say better combination is Aries with Sagittarius, because I feel that Sagittarius are very much people who have like particular talents, and I will say that Aries do recognize in Sagittarius they are impressed with special talents. They kind of like uniqueness about things, so they're drawn to that. They don't want average, they don't want boring, they want adventure, specifically when they are younger, right? But they're also Aries, they can be very, very good. What I think that it is with Aries is a lot that I noticed they are very much a good people reader. They can read people good, you know, even though they can have intense sometimes reactions, you know, they can be explosive, they can be many things. Hi Anna, welcome. They do have this element where, how are you Anna? How can I help? I'm talking today about Aries. Are you Aries maybe? Or you know any Aries? Yeah. You're okay. How can I help, dear? I'm really good. It's Friday. I'm happy to be here, you know, talking about my favorite topics, you know, exploring, trying to hear other people's opinions. Yeah. So, where was I? Let me take a sip. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know. What did I do? Okay, so good. Just a second. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm always super happy to stream and talk to people. I like that. I love streaming. So whoever's watching, please share or invite friends or tell the friends about this. Okay. Yeah. We have a lot of things to talk about. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. And now, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Just a second. I'm here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Cool. Whatever. Okay. So let's move forward. Today we are talking about Aries. Beautiful Arieses who are blessings to this earth, and the number in numerology of them is 1. They're the first. They do have the energy of the first. They are the starters. They really tend to be this in a very special way. Now let's go further with female Arieses. They're beautiful girls, beautiful female. They can be often also bisexual. Now, all signs can be that, but they do have the energy more of that they like. They can be attracted to different things, but not always, of course. They're very intense in a sense that they can be kind of like living their life when they're young super fast, and like I would imagine an Aries go bungee jumping, right? I see them like that. They're like, they are daring. They're very daring. They want to, but when they get older, they can get really, they calm down. They kind of have. I had my experience in my life. I'm not gonna do this anymore. This, and I'm gonna just move forward. Another thing, so who is like a famous Aries in horoscope? Who knows that? If you know that, write in the comment. Who are Aries' celebrity? So, most famous Aries are Lady Gaga. Then we have Kourtney Kardashian. She is the one. She is pure Aries. She's like, she can be very cold-blooded, very particular. Yeah, Lil Nas X. Emma Watson, Mariah Carey, Kristen Stewart, Keira Knightley, Sarah Jessica Parker, Elton John is an Aries, Robert Downey Jr., Victoria Beckham. Yeah, they have their, fashion. Then we have Reese Witherspoon, Chance the Rapper, Diana Ross, fiery. Who else? Jennifer Garner, Big Sean, Brenda Song, Eddie Murphy. Very dominant, right? Pharrell, Jamie Chung, Logan Paul. Yeah. And one thing that I want to say is they are so resilient. They have this, they kind of like crash everything. They used to, I will say they have a lot of like attract drama, even though they're not like drama queens to want attention, but they are just like, just pushing boundaries. The energy that I'm picking up with them. What its most important quality for them, I think that when they do love, they love truly, fully. They can be stable, but they do need a partner who kind of lifts them up. They can get bored, right? So they're not, I think, too much of a homebody. They can have also a personality that can be quite, I will say, I mean, it's not right for me to say that, but I will say in a sense, they can have a little bit of tiny obsessions or tiny, I will say, addictions that, they tend to have it. They tend to have kind of like they can be compulsive and they can be, addictive at some point. They need to watch out not to get into too much, specifically in things that are maybe not good for them. Sometimes they need a good partner to tell them this is not good. This is kind of like they do tend to listen to advices, but only in a sense if they feel like that advice is something that they didn't see from their perspective, right? But they will make a choice what they think is right. I think it's very hard to persuade Aries. Aries can be very, hard, stubborn. They can be very stubborn, but not like some others. I think that the biggest stubborn zodiac sign is absolutely Taurus. I feel like they tend to have this very, like earthly signs, for me, they have this, I will say, more of that quality. Now, qualities are, they can move mountains, I will say that. I think that's the most important. They can be very exciting partners. I think living next to Aries can be very fun. It can be, absolutely dramatic. It can be, I think there are lovers of travels, and they hate not having money. They don't like that. They are very much, they go, right? They have this, they're like a machine at times. So they're very interesting guys. They're definitely not for people who need calm partners, who need slow partners. But I do sense that I think the Aries is hard to keep as a partner, because they're particular. Sometimes they need, you need to kind of grow with them, or follow their lead, and if you have your personality as a leading one, it's gonna be hard. Now that goes more with male perspective, but with females, I will say sometimes Aries women can be a little bit, I will say, too clingy. to cling in a sense by really specific people around them. You know, they do tend to have deep feelings. They do tend to have a lot of, you know, they can give a lot of love, you know, and you will know when Aries doesn't love you, okay? When Aries doesn't love you, it's not like a manipulative person that doesn't tell you, it shows you. So you will definitely know when Aries loves you or not, right? Now, don't mix that with some first steps of dating with Aries. They can be very impressive, you know, they tend to have a little bit of a show, but they're not corny. So that I want to say, like, they're not corny type. They try to impress with their best moves. I will say they like a little bit of, I will not say push and pull in the beginning, but absolutely, it's nothing particular that you can do to impress him. I do sense that they like uniqueness, and I see in these energies that they do like that people have confidence. Confident people attract Aries. Because they feel like if you're not confident, you're so easily a pushover, and they don't like to have that as a partner. I think they feel like they are this bossy figure, so I think that they can be really demanding as a boss or co-workers. As a co-worker, you need to be careful about Aries. I will say that they do play sometimes dirty. Now, I'm saying, in a sense, they're not afraid to kind of do some things that some other people feel like you shouldn't be done. They do have this element of that. So, they are career oriented. They tend to, they like to have real estate. A lot of Aries, they work in real estate. A lot of Aries is working as managers, as economy. If there are really like simple people, they like to have their some kind of like family businesses. They are, you know, they tend to have that. I think they're not the best worker in a sense. They're not the best in that way. Absolutely not. Now, how does, for example, let's go Aries and Taurus. I will say Aries and Taurus is a partnership. It can be rocky because both, there's like a really different powerful energy. I feel like both of them are like boom, boom, boom. So I will say absolutely Aries and Tauruses, when they get into fight, there's like, that's a massacre. So seeing partnerships that end bad between Aries and Taurus is absolutely it can be like a volcano, you know, big fight. So I think that the downside of relationship between Aries and Taurus is absolutely that the ending can be very, you know, very hard. I will say that. Now, Aries and Gemini. Aries and Gemini, I think they go well together, but I think that sometimes Aries get annoyed with Gemini's indecisiveness. I sense that they're sometimes Gemini, they're like a shapeshifters. They have, when they explore the world, you know, they change their opinions because they have new experience, which is fine. But I think that Aries wants a little bit more solid personality at times. I think that Aries is more dominant than Gemini. So it's sometimes I think it would work with Aries and Gemini if they're like Aries is a male and Gemini is a female. But other way around, it can be a little bit unbalanced. But it can still work. Of course, important is what you have also in your other houses and other signs, planets and aspects. Now then we have Gemini Cancer. I will say this is quite an opposite attraction. So yeah, Aries is in Cancers. I will say particular Cancer has something unique about them. They're gonna go for it, but Cancer, I think, is gonna struggle sometimes because they are very emotional in a sense that they need Aries to be sometimes more understanding, and it's gonna be hard for them, so they don't understand them. So sometimes, like, they will get a cold shower when they need a warm bath, and then this is gonna be terrible, I think, for Cancers. Okay, then we have Leo and Aries. Fiery, both fiery. They go well along because they have like a similar vision, similar passion. But I think that Leo sometimes, you know, likes the compatibility of Aries, but sometimes Leo also feels like it needs to battle for the attention. So that can bring a lot of intense things between them. Sometimes that can bring arguments and frustrations. In overall, they can be a very good partnership because they do have like similar visions. They if they're like good compatible, they can go well along. Virgo and Aries. Virgo and Aries are interesting. That's a very interesting combination. In a sense, Virgo is they tend to be smart, witty, and Aries loves that. But I think that Aries sometimes feels that Virgo is a little bit too mysterious for Aries. Aries is like to read people better. And Virgos have an element to them that can have a mysterious energy. They, on the outside, they seem very good, polite, and in that sense, but you know, they feel like sometimes they can have a little bit of disconnection from Virgo because they feel like they don't read them fully, understand them fully. So, but they go good together because they can have complement each other with talent, with passion, and that's really, really nice. Okay, then we have Virgo. Then we have Libra and Aries. I don't think that's the best of the best combinations, because Libra is such a personality that seeks balance, seeks order, and Aries is the opposite of that. So although Libras, they do have immense acceptance and understanding, they seen everything of everything everywhere, but I will say that they're not their first choice, Aries. I think they're kind of like an opposite energy, okay, but they do tend to have mutual love for each other, but sometimes, you know, the arguments can be very, very bad. A Capricorn and Sagittarius, I'll do that in the next video. This one is for Aries, so follow me and wait for the Capricorn video. Okay, so absolutely, we're gonna talk about that next time. Then we have Aries and Scorpio. Oh my. Now this one is a tricky one because I think that Scorpio, they like, Aries is like Scorpio, but Scorpio doesn't like Aries. Scorpio tend to be a good actor when it comes to that. I think that Scorpio can be very, very misleading. Scorpio reads Aries better than Aries reads Scorpio. And in a sense, Scorpio needs to have, I feel like Scorpio cannot fully deeply fall in love with Aries because it gives him too much of a intense vibe. Scorpios, they do tend to have not such a deep connection in that sense. They seek more of a stability, okay? I will say that. Now, then we have Aries and Sagittarius. Now, that is a very good combination. That's a very good combination. If you are Aries and Sagittarius in partnership, you go well, really good. Because Sagittarius can kind of like show the talent, it can show the uniqueness, it can show the rawness, and it can understand, you know, Sagittarius are very attractive to Aries, and Aries is very attractive to Sagittarius. They are well together because, you know, they're kind of like give each other the right, what other lacks, this one gives, and they're very compatible. Really, really good partnership, I will say. Then we have Aries and Capricorns. Oh my, this one is rare but unique, and it goes well together. I'll tell you why. Because Capricorn has this very still energy, that like a very strong still energy that Aries doesn't have, that lacks sometimes the stability, the part when they kind of need to have to calm themselves down when there's like too much fire in them, and Capricorn definitely goes there. Then they have very similar, I will say, bossy material energy, and they go well together because they have a similar taste to that. Now, I will say that, you know, Capricorn needs to give respect towards, it needs to gain respect in Aries, and if it does, it's like the only basically zodiac sign that fulfills because Aries can be very forgiving, and very intolerant at times, very like short witted in a sense. Oh no, this is black and white, let's go for it. They're like very fast to decide, but they do tend to have patience with Capricorn because they are very, very intense. In a sense, they kind of inspire them because they're different, right? They do serve as a uniqueness to them, so they're like opposite, but they have similar foundations, I would say that. Then we have Aries and is it Aquarius? Yes. Okay, so this combination, what to say? I think that Aquarius is very much like very swimmery in the waters, we will call it this way. They're very they kind of change a lot. Aquarius, they change a lot, and they're just part of their, you know, they can have these different emotions, and Aries doesn't understand them a lot of times, and it's kind of like very soft and hard rock, you know, that, you know, the soft rock gets hurt, you know, a lot here, and I will say that majority of times Aquarius leave Aries because they're too hard on them. Then we have the last one is Pisces and Aries. This one, I will say that this one is also not the best combination. And it's because they're just like totally opposite. This one is also soft it's caring, loving, it needs soft energy, and Aries can be very hardcore, and that's why they don't usually get along, but they do like each other in a sense of attraction. I see that a lot of times I will say, like, they are good lovers, but they're not best partners. Okay, so I tend to say that as an attraction, or I will say sexuality, or, you know, just that part. All right, so yes, this is what I want to say about Aries today. I hope you like this video. If you did, please also subscribe, follow me. Go to my lejlakris.com website. I have a special sale going on whole December. We're gonna have different offers, different sales, special readings, all kinds of things, from love readings to money readings, chakra balancing. If you have issues with energies, you need some spells, you should find me there. lejlakris.com or Etsy shop Lejla Kristal. You can also, you know, follow me, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I'm live. And I hope you enjoyed it. So tell me about what you think about Aries. Which combinations of Aries are? Who is the or Aries that you know? And yeah, tell me also what kind of video would you like me to talk about next. Okay, I think that is basically majority of things I want to say today. Now, Aries are absolutely beautiful people. So shout out to all my Aries. You are fiery trendsetters. You are such an inspiration a lot of times, and absolutely without you we would be lost. Yeah, I feel like without Aries we could be lost. Please have patience. Please have more patience for the people. You inspire us. You are great. And yeah, much love to you guys. Everybody has any question today? Maybe you want a card? So I'm going to give you one last card of the day. Let's see what it is. Love, love, love. This is beautiful love. Friday love. Reciprocity acceptance. This is a very nice card for the Friday. It shows somebody will fall in love. High chances of people falling in love, specifically the ones who have watched this. Share, subscribe, follow, email me lejlakris.com. Find me on my website and order readings. I'll help you. I'll give you a beautiful insight. If you have issues with your partner, if you want to know who's your future spouse, does somebody love you, will ex come back, or other type, you know, have problems in relationship, problem with your partnership, marriage, when you will marry, message me. You want to know how your soulmate looks or who it is, or more questions about that, you should definitely reach out to me. Perfect. And I really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it too. And let's talk really soon again. And yeah, prepare your questions, and I'll be sure to focus, guys, on you, give you great clarity and answers. All right, I wish you blessing day, and until next time, take care. Yeah, I think this one is automatic. No. Style. Oh boy. No. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.